try to explain what I mean by an energy district, because I was a little surprised that there isn't a standard definition out there. Most of the discussions I've seen on energy districts or district energy tend to revolve around cogeneration or combined heat and power. I think all of you in this room realize that when we produce electricity, typically we're burning fossil fuel. About 30% of the energy that we're using in the fuel goes into making electricity. The rest of it goes right up the stack and is lost. Cogeneration uses some of that waste heat, reclaims some of that waste heat to make steam or hot water to use for heating buildings or driving some industrial process. That's great, but we can do more. We can think even bigger about this. Cogeneration by itself leaves a lot of stuff on the table, namely chilled water, for example, or renewable energy, and it doesn't consider some of the other utilities that all buildings need that we might be able to employ to gain even more efficiency. So what do I mean by energy districts? Well, a simple definition would be a large group of buildings served by one or more central plants providing multiple utilities. Now that's a very general definition there, I realize that, but there are two things that I want you to think about in what I just said. The first is a large group of buildings. We don't want to think small, we don't want to think just about a couple buildings, we want to think multiple buildings, and we want to think about multiple use groups. The more you can combine different use groups, residential with retail, with industrial, with commercial, the more benefits you have, the more ability you have to even out load profiles and share heat, to move heat around, which is what we're trying to do. Similarly, the more utilities we can serve or be integrated in our energy district, the more ability we have to take advantage of synergies. I hate that word, but I'm going to use it. Combined effects among utilities, and to, again, move heat around, to take advantage of one data center or one building over here is cooling year round. It needs to reject heat. Well, let's not throw that heat in the air. Let's take that to the residential building right next door, which happens to need heat because it's February. So again, think big, think long term, and think lots of utilities.